Hi, good evening. Wow. Hi, Patel 2589. Good evening. Hi, Srini. Hi, Vivek. Features are almost 0.3% up. They're getting serious push right now. Uh, Hi, Nisa. Hi, Nagesh. Hi, Raghu. Hi, Sajanya. Good evening. Like it just like jumped 15 points in last few minutes. It's just pushing really, really hard. It's now at day high 4169. I'm just waiting for people to join in and then we can start. And if I break it down into last 5 minutes have seen some serious push. I don't know about the volume in it, but let me just check. There's about 2000 volume in last 5 minutes where it got pushed. In last 15 or 30 minutes or so, as far as the volume in the futures is concerned, it's pretty minimal. It's 29,000 at this point. Usually it's around 50, 60,000. So it's still the half the volume. So I'll not trust this. But market ended on a higher note, made the lows and then bounced from it. So hopefully it can continue. And we can have some serious move higher tomorrow. Hi, Ram. Hi, Nitin. Hi, Senthil. Hi, Special. So we have about 50 people. Hi, Anish. Thank you very much. So, guys, today was a big move in the market. Before jumping on it, what we need to see what happened in the market, analyze it, and then take an appropriate decision from there. Okay. So last couple of times I told you that once we broke this area, we made 4200, which was February lows. Then we failed here again at 4581. We made 4100 low. Then we failed again at this area. We made another low. So if you take this into consideration, we have defined a newer low. Every time we have defined a newer low, we have seen some serious aggressive move higher. And that's what happened here as well. That when it made the newer lows, it was trying to hold on to like 4100 overnight and early in the morning. But once it broke down, it made the new low. And once it made the new low, I think that was it. But it still has gaps on SPY as we discussed last night. So even if we had a 100-point move from down to up, we are still around this resistance zone, which is 4153, and the 12 EMA is still 100 points away. So what can possibly happen? FOMC is going to be really, really important. I want to spend 2 minutes on FOMC before I jump here. Now, let me just go to the paint so that I can use a blank sheet. And please do not ask me these questions again and again because I'm spending this 5 minutes on this specifically. So FOMC on Wednesday, 2 p.m. will give us 50 basis point hike. This is priced in for May. Second thing, this is item number 1. Second item is for June, 50 basis point to 75 basis point. Market is hanging in between. Third is ongoing hikes of 25 basis points. Fourth point is balance sheet reduction, which is of 95 billion. They need to start this. They may not start with 95 upfront. They have a target to reach to 95 by the end of the year. That's there. May hike, 50% is totally priced in. And this, if Jerome Powell wants to kill the market, he might do 75 here. If 75 basis point comes in, that will catch the market by surprise, and you can see some serious drawdown from the market, because this will convince market that the June price hike will be 75, which is not likable, and the yields are already above 3% after 2018. So this is going to be really, really difficult for the market to digest. Second scenario, FOMC declares 50 basis points, and for next month, June, they say we're going with 50 and ongoing will be 25. This will be taken by market as a positive sentiment, because that will give them an idea that yes, there's next 50 and now they are going to increase. They're not going to increase substantially, but slowly and steadily. And they may add some kind of hawkish or dovish statement, not hawkish, dovish statement, saying that yes, inflation has peaked out. If you see the word inflation has peaked, do not miss to go long on that aspect. Inflation has peaked, meaning market is ready to jump. They are not worried about the market. He will not say anything directly related to the market. But what he will say is the GDP has turned negative and inflation has peaked. If you hear these two sentences in his remarks or the comments, go long from there. That means we have defined a base. If he does not speak anything regarding that, then we may come down again. But be very, very clear in his statement or in his speech, press conference, if he says inflation has peaked and the GDP has turned negative, and he may say some dovish statements accordingly, just go long. Buy whatever you want, market will just go back to back highs for next couple of days. But if he doesn't say anything like that, then market will carry on the choppier side on the negative. So this you need to be very, very clear. No TV channel is going to elaborate on this. So focus on this and trade according to that. All right. So let me go back to now futures. Let me run the scan first. So daily inside day scan is Home Depot, Netflix, Intel, LOW. No, I'm not interested. Let me see what I have. Baba for today. Roku did really, really good move. Shop did really good move. I was trying to add a new format in this. Let me know if you like it. I'm waiting here. And if it is easier to read, let me know. What was my reasoning behind 900 calls? Uh, if you see Haikinishi for Tesla, this was trying to beat here, and around one time it actually jumped, but it was not making flat top. It's only made flat top here. And then that's where I said, if you want to make a spread, make spread. But once it started to run, I waited for it. Once it crossed there, I entered. So I actually I entered around here in Tesla in this time frame, 10 to 30. Guys, just let me know if you are fine with this format, or I go back to the Excel sheet. I'm trying to make it a little more readable because I am fed up with that. I can do black, blue background. No, that's nasty. It's easier to read. It's easier to read. Both are easier for me to manage. It's just, okay, let's stick with this then. All right, let's continue. So on ES, ES on daily, as I just discussed, it came and made the new low, and we are still not out of shekels because we are still like below yesterday's low or high. If I convert this into normal candles, we did made a doji here. People will call it hammer, but this is not a hammer. This is a doji. Hammer usually has a bigger body. This is doji. And if we hold this 4140 area, which is the base, like 4140. So now ES is making a positive stride. So it's buy above 4153. Stop loss is 4140. Target which I'm looking for is this area, 4215. I think we will find resistance around 4215 and 4260. 4200, and again, it's, as I said, market was trying to make a W pattern. It will continue to make a pattern. Right now it's looking positive, so I'm giving it a 60% conviction rate. On the short side, because market is still not away from the short, if we lose 4140, stop loss is 4153, we will continue to drop 4100, 4030. This possibility is there. If 4140 is lost, go short with conviction. The market is not out of its realms. People who are calling it that, no, everything is now set, we are going up. No, we went up, but it's not done yet. Just clean this. Give me 1 second. I'm just formatting it into. This is easily readable. So if we lose 4140, which is the body 4135 practically, the low here, the close here, the dodgy here, and it has not made the bottom yet. So if we do this, it has potential. Also, it's making a morning star. So if we are able to test 4260, it will become a morning star because it has covered the entire body, and that can become a massive breakout. But we need to see whether we can clean 4210, 4215, and 4260. That's about 80 points from here. So it's a potential morning star as well. SPY did, like, we did SPY puts today when it was 412, and then it went down to made 406. Again, that thing is still there on the short side, but on the longer side, same thing. SPY almost came to 404, which is the low here. The gap is still open. So the potential for gap filling is still there. The gap is still open. So the potential is still there. If we fail again below 413.75, we can go down. So again, I'm writing the negative first. Similar to 4140, 41375. Stop loss will be 416. Target will be 410 and 404. 404, 4065. This potential is still there. I'm reducing it to 40, but if it breaks 1430.75, it can go down badly. On the positive side, on the SPY, again, it needs to break above 416. It is a hammer here on SPY. So it's a hammer. And as I said, if 410.65 holds, it held. We are making for a double bottom, which is ready. So 410 area is this one. We closed above it at 414. So it's kind of also making a double bottom. So making a W, meaning double bottom, hammer on daily. Now, where should we buy? We should buy above 416. Buy above 416. And this market will be very, very clean in its direction. 413.75. Do not try to like overload 423.5, 426.5, 60%. So this is both SPY and ES. 60-40 ratio is there for going long and short. QQQ has bounced, but it has made a newer low and like lower low and a lower high, which is never a positive sign, but it's trying its best to bounce from here. In this case, I'm thinking it might test 327 at a stretch. 327, and that's the max I'm expecting for now. So both my targets are 327.8 on QQQ. Look at this. The body is there. It tried its best to jump. So now where could be the stop loss? We should have the stop loss. See, this is something which you need to learn, where you should have stop losses. Look at the price. This was the low. This was respected. This price was again respected. So this should act as a good stop loss, which is 317. So buy above 317 turns to 317 as the stop loss. And where should we buy? We should buy above the blue line, which is 320, above 320. So we should buy above 320. And targets it's 327, 327. On the short side, if we fail this price, 317, right, we will come down and make 308. So sell below 317, stop loss is 320, 308 and 308. So downside potential is there and it's substantial. I'm still saying market is not out of the woods. It is trying. And today could be a day because we made a new low and we tried to react from it. Do not over optimistic or optimize yourself that yes, market is made low. No, we need a confirmation. Yes, market turned on its head today, gave a 100-point rally. We use that rally to make trades on Amazon and Tesla. But again, market needs to give us a confirmation that yes, market is ready to hold these levels. Because in bear market, as I have explained multiple times, that the rallies which will come in the bear market will be sharp, will be unexpected, and they will last for very small tenure or time period. So in this case, we had this rally in the last an hour and a half. It ran almost 100 points. And if it fizzles out tomorrow or after FMC, it's possible. You cannot rule that out. But right now, everything is saying we might have a more choppy day tomorrow and everything comes out cleaner on Wednesday. So again, I'm just taking slow and steady approach towards these trades because these are moving with so much of news behind them. And FOMC is in silence period, so we'll not see anything unless Wednesday 2 p.m. So Apple today almost hit our target of 154. AMD did 91. Amazon did 2400. BA did not. Baba did 9900. Costco did 537 to 528. Caterpillar did. Facebook did 2928. Google came down but then bounced again. Goldman Sachs didn't move much. MF, MasterCard didn't move. This stop loss hit. Nike, I did not check. Nvidia did 190, 596. Snow did good, 176. Square did good, 105. Tesla did good. So even in the market, we had positive trades, we had shorts, and we had neutral. I picked up Baba this morning and Amazon. I picked up Amazon because it was holding and Tesla. So all these things worked. The question is how or which stock you want to pick up. You will have 1,000 stocks. If you can watch 1,000 stocks or observe 1,000 stocks, it's easier for you. Go with them. I try to keep myself limited on these stocks. So I'm going to review them based on today's move. So Apple has a hammer. It is testing the blue line. I want it to come above 158.91. So Apple, I'm still keeping neutral, but now I want to buy above 158.91, which was my stop loss for short. And stop loss will be 158. That is going to be my stop loss. My target will be 162 and 164.75. 162, 164.75. I'm 60% bullish on, and even here I mentioned that above 115 and we can go long. So I'll continue on this. AMD. AMD has earnings, and as I said yesterday, AMD is coming to a point where if it doesn't hold this blue line, it's going to go down really, really big. Right now, it is an outside candle or a bullish engulfing candle because it covered the entire body and looking good after hours as well. It need to show some strength here or regain the 12 EMA, which is 91. If it does, it has a potential to reach 99. Again, it has earnings, so anything can happen, but it is positive for now. And I'll keep this sell below 85 thing open. Increasing it to 70% for now. Target is buy above 91 because that's the 12 EMA. If it recaptures 91 and hold it, then we have a potential move towards 95 and 99, which is the Fibonacci or 34 EMA. So 95 and 99, 1950. Stop loss in this case will be this green or this body, which is 88. I will say just sell below 88. If it goes below 88, just sell it. And you will see the same kind of reaction in Nvidia if you want to trade for AMD. Amazon, I am positive now. And for me being positive, because I was seeing that Amazon was getting good amount of put selling. This is 2500 put, which was being sold when the stock was 2400. And they were being sold for not a smaller amount, but million, 600, 700, 600, 600, 1 million. So they started selling it from 110, 97 and continued selling until it reaches 80. So very high possibility that the people who are selling this, they wanted to make it a little higher than what they have paid for. So at least expect 2550, 2560 on Amazon. So on Amazon, it's a hammer once again. And the beautiful aspect of hammer is look at the close here and look at the close here. They're both interjecting each other, 2490. So this is really, really a good area for going long. Amazon, buy above 2490. And because there is a gap which needs to be filled and there is a resistance here of 2515. So 2515 will be a target. If it breaks that, it has a target of 2600. And stop loss will be 2450 60. That's the stop loss for Amazon. $2,500 puts were sold. That's my rationale. Chart wise, because it's in the uncharted territory as of now, I cannot do anything, but it's making a hammer, so I'm just mentioning it. Hammer on daily. Along with the market BA moved, but it's something like if it crosses 149, has the potential. Otherwise, it's same thing. It's making hammer and break of 146. The gap is still there, so I'm not changing that. It's still neutral. Everything else is Baba. Baba finally regained 34 EMA, which is a beautiful thing, and it's looking good after hours. So 99 is the stop loss now in Baba. Or 99.5, that's the 12 EMA. Let's keep that as a stop loss. The target is 105. And then the next target comes around here, which is 108.50. I would love to buy this. 34 EMA also captured. I already have position on Baba, as I posted in my group. Buy the dip 100, 101. Costco, it almost hit my target of 521, which is right here. So I don't want to pursue it anymore. I'm just leaving it blank. In case we have to come back, we might add something here. Costco did the moment it broke 553, it hit 50, it came back and hit 38. That's what I've explained. If 38 fails, it will go back to 23 and 0. So it's not a trade anymore. Caterpillar came to the area 210 to 12. I think it should continue here. Buy near 212, I will say, and look for 215 and test of 217. 215 and test of 217. Buy near 212. Stop loss is 29. I'm positive on cat. Facebook recaptured, also made an inside day roughly, but the volume was higher, so it's ignored. So I'm just inside day and bullish recapture. So Facebook, what should we do? Our stop loss is now 209. Target is 215, 221. 215, 221. I am 70% bullish on Facebook. And buy near, I would say buy above 212.30. Not near, above 212.30 or 50. Let's make it round. 221 and 224. I will not be surprised if we hit 224 tomorrow on Facebook. Google, it also recaptured the regression channel. Now it's looking for the 12 EMA, which is right here. But it is the weakest stock out of all the others. Made a lower low. So I would keep a stop loss of 2300. 2300. I'm just making a neutral. 2320 will be my stop loss, and buy above this area, which is 2350, and target will be the 12 EMA and this one 2437. So has a very good potential here. 2380, 2437. It is neutral. Goldman Sachs, they may react with numbers coming from the bank. So I would avoid banks for now. So I can leave this space for Goldman Sachs. MasterCard, PayPal, Square, the same thing. They are in this opportunity today. So MasterCard went down and tested, but somehow managed to close around the 12 EMA. So I would take a try and keep a stop loss of 354 on MasterCard. 354. And I will try to buy the dip. 356.58. I'm still bullish on MasterCard. The levels is 378. So it has high potential here. I'm just keeping both levels at 378. Microsoft, I still want to sell this because it has struggled a lot. And if something has to fall, this should fall. It's knocking this wall again and again so very much that I don't know whether it will fill the gap first or it will go down first. So I am still of the opinion if it comes around 287, sell Microsoft. Sell for 287. Sell and rise 287 and 218 or 290 is the stop loss. 287, 40. I'm still of the opinion that Microsoft is sell and rise. It's in a very tight zone. We have 23.6 Fibonacci, which is really hard. 34 EMA where it has failed to break out. So unless it breaks about 289, 290 area, I'm not pushing myself from Microsoft. I would love to run this and it's an inside month as well. So it needs to find a very big direction. So Microsoft is still there. Targets are same. But I'm reducing it to 60% because it needs to rise. Nike, it's struggling. So I'm just taking out Nike for now. Nvidia. Again, Nvidia will run in the same way AMD tomorrow does. It's coming to an area where we talked that 180 was good support, 182, 183. So today it made 185, low of 184, and then it never looked back. It's outside bullish, needs to break 197. So Nvidia is now positive with AMD by above 197, which was the target. Stop loss will be this area, 192. A hefty stop loss. A target of 202 and 213. As I said, it came to an extremely important area and it reacted to that and bounced. Again, it's ER dependent. So tomorrow, if you have opportunity, better to take this and book the positions. PayPal, it came to 88 area and it's struggling. I think it all these are making outside bullish candles or bearish engulfing candles. So if it breaks above 92.80, now I want to buy above 92.80, which is the 12 EMA. Then it has potential of 98 and 103. And PayPal can move really quickly. and stop loss will be 88. So stop loss has increased substantially, but the risk reward for PayPal is really good. Snow, I think we can avoid snow for now. Square, same thing for Square. It bounced bullish engulfing. Let me also mention here. Bullish engulfing. Inside month. So what we need to do is we need to enter above 108.75. If you are already long, then it's good. But if you want to go long, because it has failed here. So if we enter above, we can see 111, 117. Stop loss will be 105. So Square, PayPal, MasterCard, they have good possibilities of moving. Tesla did a good, same thing outside bullish engulfing, captured the, not UPST, Tesla. It came right here and regression channel. So it's bullish, had a potential for 929, 937, 929, 937. But if it fails, let me see the value here. 895. Sell below 895. If it loses 895, just sell it. $895 is the, and buy above 909. It is positive. All right, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4 spaces which we can do. Let me just share in the Zoom link and see if anybody wants to add anything here. And in between, let me read your comments. Thanks, Frank. Hi, Ganesh. Thank Kareem. UPST is not strong, it's just bouncing. Ajit Singh Ji, Jack Ma being arrested again. Let him, we have spread. Thanks. Surya, you are reading so much articles, I cannot help. Shashikal, just T-Doc, I will not trade. Just all right. So if anybody wants to share Adi, you need to wait. Well, the very simple decorum is mute yourself if you're not speaking. I should not repeat that. I'm not asking for much, but this is simple decorum.
Navalpaji, should I?
Yes, go ahead.
I had, or wait, no problem.
Go ahead.
Okay, I had 2 questions on 2 trades you took today. First was the Amazon trade. I followed you, but left. Anyway, the question was, I asked you in the chat also that I did not see the trend in Heikeneshi on 15-minute or 30-minute.
I replied to you on that as well, that when market was going down, Amazon was holding. So these kind of observation, they will come from experience once you start to observe. If you keep on focusing on things, you will understand that. If you keep on looking at all the other things in the world, then you will not be able to observe. That's why limited watch list is always important. That will
No, no,
keep
I
you
totally
focused.
agree. I totally agree. Limited watch list, and but that is a learning for me that okay, when market fell, Amazon held the level, so that was the
I have explained this simple thing multiple times, similar to open low high scenario. So this is something which you need to understand. When a market is falling and a stock is not falling, it will run when market will move.
got it, got it. And the second question was about the Baba trade, which I also took with you, and then we made spreads of it. But uh, my question is like because our gains are capped in the spread. So when would you plan to close the spread? Usually you hold it till the last day, or you will
No,
close.
I'll close it tomorrow.
Oh, even the spread, because spread will not our
See,
gain will.
I had 8 lots as I posted. 8 lots give me around 400-500 gain, and I was
Mhm.
happy with that.
Okay, so you will plan to close the spread like tomorrow if it goes up nicely.
It doesn't matter if it goes up or not. If it goes down, I will simply close it because I whatever I wanted to achieve from that, I did.
Okay, got it. Okay, thank you, brother. Thank you so much.
Yes, Vivek.
Hi, Noel. Last week I asked you about spreads and you explained it really well. I did practice it on Thursday and Friday, and like just with really small ones, like I invested something like $10 and I came out with $15. And today I played Apple, as you mentioned that like sell on rise. In the morning I got a put. It was a small amount. I got it for 30 cents, and when it reached around $1.20 or something, I made it into a spread.
Very good.
My question is like a few times you in the group you mentioned that like you got the contract for free. That means you made a spread and like you didn't lose anything. Like you
See, what I
basically.
mean by that is that, for example, I'll take Amazon. That,
Mhm,
for example, I bought Amazon call at 23.50 strike for $50. Okay.
mhm.
Now, if I sell 23.80 call for $50, my initial investment was $50, and I'm
Mm.
getting back my 23.80 $50. So my net cost for that trade is zero.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh,
In
okay,
some
okay.
cases, I may even sell 23.80 maybe at $60. So in this case, I'm already cashing out 1,000 profit, plus there's no cost on that trade, and that trade is still open. If it goes up, I will still make the money. If it goes down, I will not lose the money
Hmm.
because I've sold 23.80 at a higher price than 23.50, which I bought at 50.
Okay. 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 And I have the small question. Like for example, we for like instead of right away entering into the spread, for example, I got a call for Apple, and like maybe the contract went down, the stock went down, and I lost something like $10 or $15. Then I got a I made it into a spread just so that I can come out of the trade. If I have like later, once I made it into the spread, what if the stock goes up? Should I enter one more call or should I just
Yes,
continue?
no, double your position or go to the next strike.
Okay.
See, for example, you took Apple 160. You started with 160. You made a spread for 162.5. If it goes higher, jump onto 165. And once 165 is in good profit, sell 162.5. Then it becomes a butterfly.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's how you make butterfly. I wanted to ask, but I wanted to learn spreads properly, and maybe in a couple of weeks I wanted to get onto butterflies.
Yes, this will going to really help. If you slowly adapt the
Mhm.
spreads and butterflies, they're going to be really useful.
Okay. Yeah, as of now, for a couple of weeks, I want to stick with this one. Maybe after a couple of weeks, maybe I'll try to do one butterfly and I'll let you know.
Sure.
Okay.
No
That's it.
problem.
Thanks, Naval.
So you do not like energy? No, it's not like that. I try to trade crude futures rather than energy stocks. So Oxy, like people are talking about Oxy now. I was trading Oxy when it was 12. So Oxy has potential because Oxy is making a bull flag right now. And the problem with Oxy is it has to close or keep a stop loss of 61.8. So I can include Oxy here. If you all like Oxy, it's positive. Stop loss is 57.43 or 57.50. I want to buy above, and this is the bull flag, just to put here, bull flag. It needs to break above 59 and then it can see 62. So 62 is one target and 70 is another target. I'm just giving it 60%, even if it is a bull flag, because it has problem 15 by above 58.90. The problem with Oxy is it is a derivative of crude, and crude may hold here, may hold. Buffett loaded on banks, Buffett also loaded on airlines, and he got busted. So do not go by with what Buffett does. He has a lot of money to handle all these failures. You don't have that. So then don't think that what he's doing and you can do. Buffett's colleague, Charlie Munger, added Baba so much and he got busted. So don't go by that. Yes, Rajiv.
Hey Naval, how are you?
I'm good here.
So Naval, again a question related to making those spreads. Um, is that like allowed on all these brokerage companies
No,
or
no,
any
no. If you're
particular?
using Webull, no. If you're not using Webull, yes. So I want to do include Roku. Which brokerage account you have? You meet yourself. Which brokerage account you have?
Yeah, I use RH and TD both.
I don't know what it is.
TD, Ameritrade, and Robinhood.
Then you should be fine. They allow that.
Okay.
You just need to see that whether you have option level 2 or option level 3.
Yeah, I have those. Yeah.
Then you should be able to.
Okay.
So Roku is something which I'm including because Roku has been pushing really good since they posted excellent ER. And it's covering in a region where it has recaptured that 12 and it's making a bullish engulfing candle, which is really good sign. I'm planning to add with a stop loss of 12 EMA or I will 100.6. Now, in case market dips, try to jump into Roku. It will be the first one to run, similar to Facebook. Stop loss will be the middle candle, 98.6. Oh, the stop loss is there. Buy near 101 to 103. We have, I also want to include Shopify. Shopify a hammer and then it's making a base. So it's potentially basing. When you're basing in a region after a dramatic fall, I think it had potential to move. So above 452, I'm keeping neutral. Stop loss is right here, 440. Target is 465 and 486. 60%. I'm just neutralizing it because it needs to regain some momentum. Otherwise, it can go the same way where we have Netflix and Facebook in the last quarters. So be very careful on shop. That's why it's neutral. I have one more slot. Wednesday can change everything. Yes. So I'm not trading for Wednesday. I've already explained. Last I want to include is in my watch list. The market is already up 0.5%. I did want to include Twilio. Not sure what should I do. I'll leave that. IWM, you want me to check IWM? Let's do IWM. IWM can go above 188. IWM is neutral for now. Buy above 188. Stop loss of 186.50. Target of 192 and 195. I'm neutral on IWM. IWM is the lowest or the last leg in the cycle. So let's see what happens here on IWM. So guys, that's about it. I'm going to post this information over Twitter and YouTube. Yes, Rajiv. If anyone has any other question, just let me know. Otherwise, I'm about to finish.
Hey, just wanted to say thanks for your time and for the learning.
No problems. Netflix short-term double bottom, maybe not. It might consolidate because it was so oversold. It might bounce a little, but it's not double bottom. It will not fall down, but it will not go up either. All right, guys. Thank you very much. I'm going to post this information, and we'll see you tomorrow. Good night. Bye.